planet we call home is even more bizarre than you can imagine. Travelers can even peek into the portal to hell right here on Earth. If you know where to look, you're bound to come across places so baffling that you can't help but question their existence. From mysterious natural wonders to crazy man-made projects, we've rounded up the strangest places in the world you'd have to see to believe. Island of Dolls, Mexico. Step inside a nightmarish clearing deep in the woods where thousands of mutilated dolls hang from trees and hide amongst dense bushes. Myths abound in the uninhabited Mexican island of Xochimilco, with its visuals unbelievably macabre. Mexico has its share of weird attractions, but this one just may top the list. The legend goes that these dolls were hung up by a reclusive Mexican man, Julian Santana Barrera. He believed that doing so would quell the tormented screams of the ghost of a small girl who drowned over 50 years ago and still haunts the woods today. Dangerous? Probably. Awesome photo opportunity? Undoubtedly. Darvaza Gas Crater, Turkmenistan. Who knew that the fiery gates of hell would be an actual tourist destination? Known as the Door to Hell, the Darvaza Gas Crater is a 70-meter wide, 20-meter deep burning crater in the middle of the desert, near the village of Dawiz, Turkmenistan. How did this happen? Well, details are murky, but the popular story is that a Soviet drilling rig collapsed into a large crater while searching for natural gas reserves. Fearing the release of poisonous gases, Soviet scientists set the crater aflame, hoping it would burn out in a few hours. But that was back in 1971, over 40 years ago. Incredibly, it's still burning today and is definitely one of the strangest places in the world. Travelers flock to this eternally burning fire pit to get a glimpse of the so-called gates of hell. The sight is especially mesmerizing at night when the flames are extra vivid and bright enough to be spotted kilometers away. Easter Island Heads. Easter Island is an island and special territory of Chile in the southeastern Pacific Ocean, at the southeasternmost point of the Polynesian Triangle in Oceania. The island is most famous for its nearly 1,000 extant monumental statues, called moai, which were created by the early Rapa Nui people. In 1995, UNESCO named Easter Island a World Heritage Site, with much of the island protected within Rapa Nui National Park. As with many things on Earth, time took its toll on the statues and buried them in sediment and rocks, hiding and preserving the torsos of the Easter Island heads. However, a team of archaeologists at UCLA developed the Easter Island Statue Project to better study and preserve the artifacts. Through this work, the team excavated several of the heads to reveal the underlying torso and body. Nazca Lines, Peru. You may remember the Nazca Lines reference from the movie Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, where they played a huge role in enabling the explorer cum professor where the hidden city lied. Most people are not aware that this place is real and actually exists on the world map. One of the most unusual places in the world, these are humongous lines scarred into the desert landscapes of southern Peru. As explained in the movie itself, these only make sense from the skies, a plane, from where people can make out the strange shapes carved into the otherwise barren desert landscape. These prehistoric remains in South America are among the most awesome phenomenon and one of the most revered UNESCO World Heritage Sites, drawing thousands of tourists here every year. Travertine pools, the Cotton Castle, Turkey. A group of small pools that result from calcium carbonate deposits. Looks cold, but these are actually pools of warm water, fed by an underground spring. The area is immensely famous among the locals and tourists alike for the carbonate mineral left by flowing water, which lends this natural site the name Cotton Castle. This place in Turkey is a sight to behold, and we recommend you to stop by there on your trip to the region. Sailing Stones, Death Valley, California. The Death Valley in California is one of the weirdest places in the world owing to the phenomenon of the sailing stones that have bewildered people for generations. In 1915, people had discovered a track here which indicated that a particular stone had moved from its place in the dry land. This sailing stone had immediately been recorded, and the locals began further study so that they could learn more about this mystery. A lot of rocks have moved on their own since then, and the natives believe it happens because of the formation of ice around the stones, though it's not confirmed. Ruby Falls, Tennessee, USA. A 145 feet high underground waterfall that is illuminated to create this lovely purplish hue. It is located within Lookout Mountain near Tennessee. They have existed for millions of years. Ruby Falls Cave features prominent cave formations like stalactites and stalagmites, columns, drapery, and flowstone. The caves were opened to the public only recently, so make sure you don't miss out on a trip to this destination. The list is not over yet. We will be back with another interesting episode. Hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. And don't forget to share.